This is Renee Collins,
Whitney Acke,
and Kevin Holm-Hudson.
And welcome to Overtones. Welcome, everyone. You are listening to the 41st broadcast of Overtones on WLXU 93.9 FM, Lexington Community Radio. We are coming to you from the beautiful and historic Lyric Theater in the great city of Lexington, Kentucky. I am Renee Collins, your host, and I'm joined by my co-host, Whitney Acke, today. Let's welcome her to the show. Whitney, tell us about the incredible turnout for Acke Adams' release party of your CD titled Tried and Crucified.
It was an amazing night. We want to thank everyone who came out and even those who couldn't come out for the messages. We got flowers delivered all day. It was a really special day, and thank you all so much for the support.
Well, it was a really incredible night, and it was just wonderful. I know that's been a long process for you all in the studio.
Yes.
How long actually was it?
Well, I mean, it really wasn't that long. You know, we started in the summer. I think it was June or July. So in the big picture of life, it wasn't an incredibly long time. It was just a long time coming for the planning of it and getting to be able to actually see it through.
And you have 15 original songs on the CD.
We do. We have 15 original songs, and I swear I think we have enough songs we believe in. We could probably make 5 more albums. But that will not happen because, you know, it's expensive to make an album.
Yeah, it sure is. And how can you tell us about the wonderful band members that made this CD such a great success?
I'm telling you, these songs transformed into entirely new songs with the band. We brought them in. We had Stan Nickel, Zach Lafferty, Zach Martin, Ryan Allen, and Brandon May. And we brought them in and just let them do their own thing. We didn't chart it for them, and it was all intentional. And they're incredible. We are the best band ever. It's awesome.
You sure do. And we are just so excited about the things to come for Acke Adams music in the future. This week, I've asked Dr. Kevin Holm-Hudson to help us man the celebrity microphone with me and Whitney today. So let's give him a warm welcome. So, Kevin, let me talk to you now. What has been keeping you busy? You are a professor of music.
That's right.
Theory, right?
That's right.
Music theory at the University of Kentucky School of Music. We have a lot of professors in the house today, by the way. And tell us what is been keeping you busy, but also what are you planning on doing on your well-deserved time off?
Well, grading's done, so there's that.
Congrats.
I've been writing. I've been recording. I wrote a Christmas song a couple days ago, which I'll be sharing at the open mic. And so, yeah.
Wonderful. We are so glad to have you manning the celebrity microphone today.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. We are celebrating the holiday season with this special edition of Overtones titled Christmas Eve. And we have 4 musical forces in the studio, and everyone on this Christmas Eve, we celebrate the music of Kentucky in a very powerful way, with those who are doing this so incredibly well with their original music, and as a result, are giving us more opportunities to listen locally than ever before, even on Christmas Eve. In essence, this is exactly why we have gathered you all here today, to contribute to and listen to this rich, vibrant musical explosion of talent that is happening right now in the state of Kentucky. Whitney and Kevin, how excited are we both about this outstanding lineup for this special episode of Overtones on Christmas Eve here on WLXU 93.9, Lexington Community Radio. So without further ado, here is your Christmas Eve Kentucky Overtones starting lineup. From Berea, we have 3 members of the McLean Family Band who have just finished their 50th anniversary tour, which started in January of this year. And from that family, we have the trio Al, Alice, and Ruth. Let's welcome them to Overtones, everyone. From Versailles, Kentucky, and the state of Indiana, we have Wallen and Phelps. That's Brian and Molly Wallen and Dean Phelps, who have just released a new CD called 10 More Miles. And we are so happy to have them on the show and to perform some of those songs for us today. Let's welcome Wallen and Phelps to the show, everyone. From Somerset, Kentucky, we have Kevin Dalton, and along with him, we have one of his music students. Her name is Allysa Richardson, and let's welcome them both to Overtones. And from Louisville and Lexington, Kentucky, we have the incredible Mama Said String Band. Frequent flyers on the show, for sure, and a band that you will see tomorrow, Christmas Day, on KET and on WTVQ on Red Barn Radio's Appalachian Christmas 10th Anniversary Special. Let's welcome Mama Said String Band to the show, everyone. And Mama Said String Band, we are going to kick off this Christmas Eve celebration with all of you. How have you all been, and what has been keeping you busy this holiday season?
We've been good. We've just been really busy, working, trying to save some money, to buy all our loved ones Christmas presents.
These are real problems, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to talk more with
Tough
you all
times
later.
for tough people.
Yes, I agree. We are going to talk more with you all later in the show, but what do you have to share with us to kick off this 41st episode of Overtones, appropriately titled May Your Days Be Merry and Bright?
We're going to play an original song called Sweet.
Let's give it up for Mama Said String Band, everybody. Thank you so much. As I mentioned before, we are going to hear more from Mama Said later in the show, but up next, we have the music of Wallen and Phelps coming up next here on Lexington Community Radio after the break.
captive Israel that mourns in lonely exile here until the Son of God appears. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. O come thou wisdom from on high, and order all things far and nigh. To us the path of knowledge show, and cause us in her ways to go. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel.
O come thou day spring, come and cheer our spirits by thy justice here. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadows put to flight. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Desire of nations bind, and warm the hearts of all mankind. Bid thou our sad division cease, and be thy now our King of peace. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel.
We are back, and you are listening to Overtones on WLXU 93.9 FM, Lexington Community Radio, and you've just heard from the incredibly talented Wallen and Phelps. That's Molly and Brian Wallen with Dean Phelps. Let's welcome them to Overtones, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
That was beautiful. One of you and I go back a long ways. However, two of you are new to Overtones. Let's get an introduction from each of you with a little background on how you all know each other. And Molly, we'll start with you. Ladies
All right.
first.
So I'm the newest to this group. I met Brian online, actually, on Tinder back in, what was that, early last year? And I grew up in the Cincinnati area. So after we dated for a while, we decided, hey, this is going to go farther than that. And I quit my day job and moved up to Indiana with him and went on the road. And it's just been an adventure ever since.
Awesome. And Brian?
Yeah, so I've known Dean for a long time. You just heard how Molly and I met. And I did not meet Dean on Tinder. Just so we're clear on that.
I did.
But we met through music, and it was just one of those kind of instant connections. And we've been taking every chance we could get to collaborate ever since. So Molly and I got married earlier this year, and Dean was my best man, and Dean's wife, Debbie, actually officiated the ceremony. So in the midst of all that, we thought, hey, we should make a Christmas record. So that's why we're here today.
Wonderful. And Dean?
Well, Renee, you and I go back a ways, but I met Brian, I think it was about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I was doing a concert up near Greenfield, Indiana, and a couple of days before, the promoter called me and said, oh, by the way, I booked an opener for this show. He's a young guy. I think you'll like him. And I sat there and listened to Brian do these incredible things on the guitar. Then he picked up a mandolin and did incredible things. Then he picked up a fiddle and did incredible things. And I thought, man, you got this show backwards. I need to be opening for him. But we did. We formed a very fast friendship, and the man's like a brother to me now. And then we got Molly in the mix, and it's like having a wonderful sister, too.
Yeah.
Wow, and you all have performed here locally at the Twisted Cork, correct?
Yes.
How was your last performance at the Twisted Cork?
It was really wonderful. I really enjoy playing there, and the three of us had played there. I think it was Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
So it was really, really great to be back at the Cork.
Wonderful. Okay. You all have a Christmas CD, as you mentioned, that's just been released, and that song that you did at the beginning is one of the cuts, correct?
Yes, it is.
Tell us about the background of the CD and a little bit more than you all just came up with this idea, like you said, during your wedding. How would you describe the CD to someone who has not heard you all perform?
Well, it's a really good mix of what we all do individually. We have a lot of different roots music influences. I come at it from the blues side. With Molly, she grew up in Kentucky, so bluegrass is a big part of her background. And, of course, Dean, you've got gospel and country music and folk music. And so we really just wanted to put together something that would kind of showcase all the different styles of roots music that we love. And, we started talking about making this Christmas record, and the first thing we decided is we just didn't want to do like the same 5 Christmas songs everyone puts on a record. So there was a lot of conversations about coming up with different songs that would maybe bring a little bit of an interesting element to it. There's an old German Christmas carol that Dean came up with. Molly and I wrote one, and so it was just a lot of fun to put those songs together and see what the result was.
So what are you going to sing for us next, guys?
So the next one is actually my favorite Christmas carol, and it's one that isn't done by a lot of people, which is part of the reason I like it. And it's actually in a minor key. And normally minor key songs are super sad and depressing, but this one's extremely joyful. And it's one you'll all know. It's called God Rest You Merry Gentlemen.
Outstanding. Let's welcome Wallen and Phelps to the show, everyone.
God rest you merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. In Bethlehem in Israel this blessed babe was born and laid within a manger upon this blessed morn. The which his mother Mary did nothing take in scorn. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. From God our heavenly Father a blessed angel came, and unto certain shepherds brought tidings of the same, how that in Bethlehem was born the Son of God by name. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. within this place, and with true love and brotherhood each other now embrace. This holy tide of Christmas doth bring redeeming grace. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Good to meet you guys, by the way. That's pretty cool.
You too.
Same
I
here.
really enjoyed your music so far. It's pretty awesome to hear.
Thanks.
So my first question is, when you guys are performing live, do you find yourselves more focused on the mechanical and musical aspects of what you're doing at the moment, or do you just ever kind of feel yourselves zoning out and kind of just flowing with the music while you're playing?
You're looking at me? Okay. So for me, it goes both ways, because I'm classically trained. So sometimes I have to think, oh, this is where I do that sort of interval kind of thing, just to make sure I'm actually active in the moment. But there are times I look out at the crowd and I start thinking about cheese. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's, when you start doing stuff enough times, you get used to it, and you still pay attention to the music, but at the same time, you don't overanalyze it anymore.
Right on.
Yeah, there's that time where, yeah, you're focused, you're thinking a little bit in what you're doing technically, but there's also what you're doing as an ensemble.
Yes.
So you kind of zone into that as well.
Are most of your pieces pretty heavily rehearsed, or do you ever do any type of improvising or anything? Aha.
No, no, they're not.
We had
That's
to
an
rehearse
interesting
some stuff
question.
for this album specifically, but that's really all it is. Most of the time we get up on stage, we're like, what are we doing now?
Nice.
All right, here we go. The rain is falling softly on the ground, and the lights are on the Christmas tree. But I don't need a snowflake to fall with your arms around me. Well, this time of year, well, it goes so fast. Hold on to me, and we'll make it last. 10 more miles and we'll be home, right back where you and I belong. 10 more miles and we'll be home, right back where you and I belong. So let's pour some wine and sing along to our Christmas song. Well, I can feel the changes in the wind. It's an energy you can't deny. I don't need to ask for anything at all, 'cause home is where we find the light. Well, this time of life, well, it comes and goes. Hold on to me, and we'll take it slow. 10 more miles and we'll be home, right back where you and I belong. 10 more miles and we'll be home, right back where you and I belong. So let's pour some wine and sing along to our Christmas song. Turn on the radio, dance with me real slow. Turn on that Christmas tree, it's the only light we need in this crazy life. Oh, well, let's sing a song. Hold on to me, we'll make our voices strong. 10 more miles and we'll be home, right back where you and I belong. 10 more miles and we'll be home, right back where you and I belong. So let's pour some wine and sing along to our Christmas song. Thank you.
Well, I mean, 10 More Miles was awesome. That was a great song, man.
Thank you.
Those harmonies on there were really fantastic. So, beyond the Christmas CD, do you guys have other original music, and how can we listen to it?
Yeah, so Molly and I have quite a bit of music that we've done together, and you can find all of that at thewallensmusic.com. And I know Dean has some really awesome stuff too.
Yeah, and you can find the music that I've done at deanphelpsmusic.com.
So beyond the obvious good feelings that we all get when we're playing music as musicians, how does music affect you from kind of a deeper, maybe more spiritual place?
For me, it's really hard to tell where music leaves off and prayer begins. They're really synonymous for me. As well as being a musician, I'm also a minister ordained in the Christian Church Disciples of Christ, and so music is it's a critical, vital part of my life of faith.
Mm-hmm.
Same for us, and it's one of those things where sometimes music is the thing that can really meet you when you're in a tough place and kind of lift you out of that. That's what music has been a lot of times for me throughout the years. So it's definitely been a huge part of Molly and I's lives in that way.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those things you use in a healing process for sure.
Yes.
Cool. Dean, now I was told that you're very passionate about the virtues and benefits of communal singing. Can you give me a kind of an idea of what that means and expand on your thoughts about it?
I think we are at our best when we're singing together. And drawing on my experience as a minister, I can kind of gauge the health of a congregation by listening to how they sing. There's something about, you unite your voices together. This is true in choral singing as well. It's not just about you and carrying your part and knowing what you're doing. It's listening to the whole ensemble. It's paying attention to one another and the sound that we're producing together. And I think, we could heal a lot of the division that we're seeing now, I think, if we adopted that idea of singing together, listening to one another, producing a harmonious sound together.
Awesome. Cool. Well, as a music teacher, I have one more obligatory question. So what role do you think that music education should play in communities, and how important do you think it is for those opportunities to be available to people?
So I actually have a degree in musical education, so I have always thought about this, and I've seen programs get cut right and left, and it just hurts my soul. And I still remember from an English class in 6th grade a song that we were taught on certain words, and it's to the tune of like Yankee Doodle or something like that. But I still remember that, and it's not something that I would remember without music. So I think it's important with all of the other subjects too, and it just makes people more well-rounded altogether.
Well, it's been great having you here with us today.
Thanks.
And let me ask you, what do you have to share with us before we wish you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year?
We're going to do an instrumental number. Brian and I enjoy get a little bluegrass sound in here. It's a mashup of How Great Our Joy and Deck the Halls.
Wonderful. One more time, everyone. Wallen and Phelps. Molly, Brian, and Dean, from all of us on Overtones, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much for being with us, everyone, on this Listen Locally Best of Christmas edition on Overtones WLXU 93.9 FM. We will be back with more Christmas music from Al, Allysa, and Ruth, and Mama Said String Band, coming up next after the break.
There we go.
Santa plays the banjo. The very best way to make our Christmas bright. Santa plays the banjo. Don't worry about the new year, it'll be alright. The North Pole gets hustling and bustling and scurrying. Winter's the busiest time of the year. Santa's playing banjo tunes all year long, and Mrs. Claus is ready for a brand new song. Santa plays the banjo. The very best way to make our Christmas bright. Santa plays the banjo. Don't worry about the new year, it'll be alright. Sleigh goes sliding and slipping and flying. Up on the rooftop, down the chimney he goes. Straight to his work, but there's a banjo in sight. Just one tune will get him through the night. Santa plays the banjo. The very best way to make our Christmas bright. Santa plays the banjo. Don't worry about the new year, it'll be alright. Santa's got toys for the young kids, the old kids, art box and card decks, trains and games. With a wink, Santa whispered in my ear, a banjo in every stocking next year.
We are back, and you are listening to WLXU 93.9 FM, and you've just heard from the beautiful and traditional music of Al, Alice, and Ruth. And we have Daxson Lewis with us today, too, who have a Christmas CD called "'Tis a Gift." Let's welcome this incredible collection of Kentucky talent to the show, everyone. You all are members of the world-famous McLean family. And what is the background of this specific trio? Like, how did you all kind of, I think I know, but how did Al, Alice, and Ruth come about?
Well, Ruth and I are sisters, of course.
And I've heard you've been that way all your life.
Yes, we've been that way all our life. And Al and I are married.
After we
and,
stopped
you know.
playing full time, Alice and I started playing as a duo. And we started with all different material than we had played before. And we just kind of
That's
kept
right.
that up. Then Ruth moved to Berea, what, 5, 6 years ago?
Yeah, he moved back to Kentucky, and they let me play with them.
So we immediately incorporated Ruth into
Yeah.
the Al and Alice thing. So, there
And
you
so
go,
it's Al, Alice, and Ruth. Yeah.
So it's always
Wow.
had a kind of a distinct and separate history. Yeah.
And we are so glad to have Daxson Lewis
Oh,
with
aren't
us.
we
Remember?
Yeah, actually, you got to move to Berea, man. So that's
Not now he's got a car.
So what was the name of that first song?
That was Santa Plays the Banjo. It's such a fun song. Ruth wrote this one, and it just seems so appropriate that Santa Claus is a banjo player.
I agree.
It's all about the banjo.
It is. I am so glad to have you all here with us today.
Oh, Renee, we're thrilled to be here, and we love what you're doing to promote listening locally and local musicians and regional musicians, musicians that tour from this area. It's wonderful what you do for the community.
Well, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I am. I've got a long-term relationship with these wonderful people, and they've been my friends for a long time. And I used to
Yes.
see them play when I was little, and
we were little too.
Yes, you were little too. And I know I've told this story to death, but it's probably worth repeating, but the first time I encountered you all, I was about 9 or 10 years old, and you all were playing at a Girl Scout convention that was at Henry Clay High
Yes.
School.
Yes.
And I saw them come out, and they were in their Girl Scout uniforms, and it was just amazing. And that memory stuck with me the rest of my life. So
Our
I'm-
mother was a Girl Scout leader, and then she was also worked with Girl Scouts in the main office as the time went on. So yes, we were Girl Scouts for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm just so glad you're here. I'm just really overwhelmed right now. So thank you so much.
That's a pleasure.
Let me ask you, what do you think music does for the Christmas soul?
Oh, it celebrates, and it also gives you a place to reflect. And not all Christmas songs are all really cheery. You know, some of them are sad in a good way. They help you to consider more than just what's going on in your own family, but just what's happening around the world sometimes.
Yeah,
So,
it's the retelling of the story that gets
Yes.
retold and retold, and it's always great. I'm talking about Santa Claus. No, I'm just joking. I'm talking about
That
the
story
birth.
too.
No,
Yeah.
talking about the birth of the Messiah.
Yeah.
And no, it's just such a sweet story. It's good to keep telling it, so, and with music.
Yeah, music is inspiring all times of the year, but somehow especially around Christmas. And we've just been so inspired to write songs. It's been an exciting time of year for us to write.
Mm-hmm. The 4 songs that we're going to be doing on this program, in fact, are 4 that we have written, and written recently, like just within the past couple of weeks.
That's excellent. I know Kevin has some that he's going to share with us later too, that he's written, he said, in the last week or so. So I love to see that happening. So what is one of the songs you're going to sing for us next?
The next one is going to be "Where Is It Now?" It seems to be so appropriate for this time, this year, and probably every year. But right now, it seems so appropriate that Ruth said when she first wrote it that singing it would bring tears to her eyes because it means so much to us. Where is it now? It is, and then as the song progresses, you find that it is here and it's with the people. That's where Christmas is, and it's Christmas that helps us to remember why we're celebrating and to help us celebrate.
And not get caught up in some of the things that might be on the news, because the news tends to sometimes focus on the problems.
Sure.
And that can get you into a different, work on your soul in a different way. And Christmas is a good time to remember that actually we don't need to get caught up in the negative stuff, but we can be part of the spirit and part of the what we have to celebrate, and remember what we have to celebrate and share that.
Well, those are beautiful thoughts. Let's welcome Al, Alice, and Ruth with special guest Daxson Lewis to the show, everybody.
On Christmas Day, a divine birth brought joy and peace on earth, a singing angel, shining star, and love in every heart. But where is it now? Did it leave us somehow? I watch and listen and try to find where is it now? Where's the angel? Where's the star? Is this who we are? Waiting for answers takes its toll. Hard times on a weary soul. Where is it now? Did it leave us somehow? I watch and listen and try to find where is it
had your own TV show on WLEX, I believe, at one time.
Oh, we did. We enjoyed being part of the LEX community, and we worked up songs for the show. We did 2 half-hour shows a week when we were recording them, and so we'd work up new material for the 2 half-hour shows every week.
And one of those was a Christmas show.
Yes, absolutely.
So what do you remember about the filming of that show, and what did it mean for you as a family and as a band to be able to, I guess, have that preserved for generations to come?
There are some clips on YouTube of a different show that
Okay.
wasn't part of the series.
Okay.
But LEX did a Christmas show with the McLean Family Band. I think it was '87, and there are a half dozen songs from that show.
Yeah,
on
that
YouTube.
was just a really beautiful experience. It's a really great trip down memory lane.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the next song you're going to share for us?
This one's going to be one that Al has written recently. It's Santa's Back in Town, and it's kind of like a
fun string band.
Yeah.
Kind of got the old time.
Yeah, tell them about it, Al.
I must have tell. Santa's back in town. It's all going down. Bring that good cheer and that kind of stuff.
Well, let's welcome again Al, Allysa, and Ruth with Santa's Back in Town, everyone.
Santa's back in town, it's all going down. Bring that good cheer, spread it all around. Hey ho, Santa's back in town. Bring that good cheer, spread it all around. Most people up, some people down. That's the way it goes when Santa comes to town. Hey ho, Santa's back in town to bring that good cheer, spread it all around. Santa's flying high, Santa's flying low, yelling at his reindeer, go then go. Hey ho, Santa's back in town to bring that good cheer, spread it all around. Santa's back in town, it's all going down to bring that good cheer, spread it all around. Hey ho, Santa's back in town to bring that good cheer, spread it all around.
You all are teachers, and one of you is a retired teacher.
That's correct. I'm retired in July.
Oh, that is amazing. And
I love teaching. I loved it every day that I was there. I felt it was the best job in the world, and I still think so. But I have retired from doing that full time. I still substitute though.
and where do you do that, Alice?
Where do I substitute?
Yeah,
In
where
Berea.
did you teach?
I taught
first?
at Silver Creek, Silver Creek Elementary in Berea, Kentucky, and I taught there for 26 years. And when I substitute, I'm either there or at Shannon Johnson Elementary. Those are the two schools that I choose to sub at.
Well, it's wonderful for your service, and congratulations.
Well, thank you. I absolutely do love it.
And Al and Ruth are on faculty at traditional music programs in the state at the collegiate level. And last week we had Scott Napier, who is also on faculty at one of those programs. We had the Price sisters here with us last week. And if the three of you can speak all three of you all, if you could speak to the importance of having these traditional programs in the great state of Kentucky. And also, yes, we'll talk to Daxson, definitely. I think I want to start with you, Daxson. And also some of the outputs of these programs in the form of recording and performing artists who are doing so well.
Daxson is now on the faculty at Morehead State University.
Oh, so we
He
need to
teaches
add.
at the
Okay.
Kentucky Center for Traditional Music also.
Wow.
He's one of our graduates of the traditional music. He got a bachelor's degree. It was a double major at
How
Morehead.
wonderful.
And after he graduated, we, McLean Family Band, asked if he would play with us. And he also runs our office, takes care of us, does our booking, and plays music with us with symphony orchestras and all over, international tours. And from Morgan County, Kentucky, that's Daxson Lewis.
Yes, love it. Wow. So I'm feeling myself getting smarter here as the time goes along. We got so many faculty in the room, and with Dr. Holm-Hudson over here as well. So, Daxson, what are your feelings about the importance of these traditional music programs throughout the state?
Well, I think it's amazing that we have places like that are totally dedicated to studying this music that we love so much. It's an honor to now teach there and kind of give back to the same institution that helped me in so many ways. We have, classes that study everything from an individual instrument up through the history of this music, theory, music theory. We have recording classes, and so we get to cover the whole gamut of this thing that we love so much. I think it's amazing.
It is amazing. And Al, let's talk. You teach at Berea College.
Yeah.
And talk about what you feel the significance of these programs are in terms of mentoring and facilitating the genre carrying on into the next generations to come.
Okay. Well, it happens that the three of us, that is Alice, Ruth, and I, are all graduates of Berea. So it was great to be able to come back 20 years later and bring bluegrass music in the form of an ensemble and teaching all the instruments. Everything you see here, I teach at Berea. And I was asked to teach, not by the faculty, but by a student that was so interested in me teaching him banjo at Berea that he wrote this amazing paper for all 10,000 reasons why Berea should offer that, and submitted it to the college president, etc. And before I knew it, I got a call to come in and start this. So anyway, it was all due to a student, a good guy named Joe Dinwiddie from Louisville, Kentucky. So anyway, it's great to be able to be a part of that. And I too, in fact, in 1.5 years, will retire. If there's anybody who would love the best job in Kentucky, aside with, along with your
Start
guys
doing your resume now, right?
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen.
So what are you going to share with us before we have to wish you a very Merry Christmas and sell you into what will no doubt be a very industrious year for
We are
Al,
going
Alice,
to
and Ruth?
share a big pan of cinnamon rolls with you.
Sounds delicious.
That's another one of the fun things about Christmas season is the fun food you get to
Eating.
prepare and eat, and we were inspired. And so this is because Alice is one of the most amazing bakers.
Oh, I think Ruth is. I think she is. We like to cook.
Yeah,
And
and you all do it very well.
I make up for the eating part of it. Yeah.
Well, let's give it up one more time before we have to say goodbye to Al, Alice, and Ruth, and Daxson today.
Here we go, big pan of cinnamon rolls.
A big pan of cinnamon rolls, a big pan of cinnamon rolls. Nothing so fun for this hunger of mine as a big pan of cinnamon rolls. Breakfast time, noon or night, that's the time it'll be just right to share 'em with friends or eat 'em alone. I post a picture for your buddies on the phone. Oh, a big pan of cinnamon rolls, a big pan of cinnamon rolls. Nothing so fun for this hunger of mine as a big pan of cinnamon rolls. Light and fluffy, healthy whole wheat, pecans and raisins, oh what a treat! Orange and coconut,
Oh, apricot.
I love 'em when it's cold, I love 'em when it's hot. A big pan of cinnamon rolls, a big pan of cinnamon rolls. Now it's so fine for this hunger of mine as a big pan of cinnamon rolls. to fall.
The middle ones are my downfall. Cream cheese, icing, caramel underneath.
Hey, that's the stuff that gets stuck in your teeth.
A big pan of cinnamon rolls, a big pan of cinnamon rolls. Now it's so fun for the tongue of mine as a big pan of cinnamon rolls. Oh, a big pan of cinnamon rolls, a big pan of cinnamon rolls. And now it's so fun for the tongue of mine as a big pan of cinnamon rolls.
Well, now I'm hungry. And
feel starved.
thank you so much for being with us today. Ruth, you were on my very first show in January of this year, and I'm blessed with all of your friendship and your willingness to make this show such a successful offering for our audience.
Oh, we'll do everything we can to support you. We appreciate what you're doing, Renee.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to all of you and your families. And we will be back to hear from and talk to Somerset, Kentucky's Kevin Dalton. And he has a student with us today on Lexington Community Radio coming up next after the break.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only is sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say that I'm a dreamer,
welcome back to Overtones on Lexington Community Radio. And how awesome has it been to listen locally so far, everyone? It's
been awesome.
Yeah, it has been. It's just been a great day. And it just occurred to me because our next singer is also a teacher. We've had a lot of faculty in the room today,
full of
right?
teachers.
You have enjoyed the music of Somerset, Kentucky's dynamic duo today, Kevin Dalton and Allysa Richardson. So let's welcome them both to the show, everyone.
So, Kevin, tell us about the special guest you have with you today.
This is Allysa Richardson. We met a little while ago. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
But we started, she actually started taking lessons from me, guitar lessons. And beyond that, we just got started talking about music and started inviting her to open mic that I do down in Somerset. And she started coming to that and realized that we had a lot of similar interest in the stuff we liked and what we do. And it's just been a pleasure getting to know her and hear her sing and get to sing with her and play and everything.
Got me out of my box.
Well, it's a beautiful partnership. You mentioned the open mic. So Kevin is the host of the Listen Locally Open Mic Night in Somerset. So tell us about that and what's been going on down there.
Well, we do it every Wednesday night at Friends Sports Bar and Grill in Somerset. It's right downtown.
Shout out to Friends.
Shout out to Friends. What's up, Terry?
Love you, Terry.
But it's just grown and grown lately, and I tell you, it amazes me the amount of talent that we have there. And I've been playing, in my hometown forever, so I've always feel like I know who's around and I know who's playing and who's singing and who's good. But started doing this, and it's just filled up with people that's come out of the woodwork, and it's just amazing. Especially the vocalists, it's crazy how many good singers are down there, and so if you're ever around Somerset on a Wednesday, definitely come to Friends, and you will not be disappointed.
Absolutely. We so appreciate you doing that, and I know the community does as well. So what do you and Allysa have to share with us next?
All right, we're going to try to do a little rendition of The Little Drummer Boy.
Let's give it up for Kevin and Allysa, everyone. That was fantastic.
So, Kevin and Allysa, tell us, what are your plans for the holiday season? What you got going on?
Spoiling my daughter, man. That's what it's about.
That's all right.
Actually, I got to leave here and go to Walmart and see if I can find a big giant golden egg because I can't find it in Somerset.
The golden egg.
She's obsessed with this kid on YouTube. His name's Ryan. It's called Ryan's World, and he's got his own stuff at Walmart now.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah, and he's got these big surprise eggs, and I found a couple of them already, but not the gold one. That's the one she wants.
What a
chance to
what will they come up with next, Whitney?
I have no idea, but I do feel for you in this. We will hope that you find the golden egg, because if not, who knows what will happen.
I don't want to break her heart.
Yeah, I plan to sing a little bit on the piano with my grandmother. She's a beautiful lady, and I plan to get some songs together with Kevin over here and play as much music as I can over the holidays. That's exactly what I plan on doing.
Sounds like a great plan.
It does sound like a great plan. Thank you so much for being with us today, Kevin and Allysa. What do you have to share with us before we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year?
All right, we're gonna close this out with a Brandy Carlisle song. She's one of my favorite singer-songwriters, and this is called "The Heartache Can Wait."
I think we should dedicate this to Mark Royce, who is a big Brandy fan.
I need to make this guy.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's give it up one more time, and let's wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You're talking about leaving. It's right about Christmas time. I'm thinking about moving on. I think I might die inside. I'm thinking about years gone by. I'm thinking about church and midnight. I'm thinking about letting go. I think that might finally be alright. Silver bells and open fire, and songs we used to sing. One more chance to be inspired.
We will be back after the break to close the show with the music of Mama Said String Band up next.
We are back on Overtones. I'm Dr. Kevin Holm-Hudson, and you have just listened to the sounds of Mama Said String Band here on Lexington Community Radio. Let's welcome Katie, Caitlin, David, Addie, and Steph back to the show. So you all have sure been busy during the holiday seasons. Can you tell our audience what has kept you moving and shaking during the holidays?
Well, we've been doing quite a bit. We took a small break this past fall, which I think that we all needed to kind of like regroup. We've been playing a lot of same material for the last year and a half because we've been playing so many festivals this past year. But we have something to look forward to now because we're going to start recording our second album in the last week of January. So that's going to be, I think, what keeps us all pretty motivated, right?
Yep. That's awesome. And it's probably still very much in the early planning stages, but do you have an idea about an approximate release date? Like how long would it take for it to?
I would say the beginning, maybe the end of February, beginning of March.
Oh,
Fingers
wow.
crossed,
The end of
fingers
February,
crossed.
it should be done.
That's fantastic. And we got to see you yesterday, of course, on KET for the first of several showings of Red Barn Radio's An Appalachian Christmas Special yesterday. That show will also air tomorrow on Christmas Day on WTVQ. The show was recorded before a live studio audience, and you shared the stage with some pretty incredible musicians, right? Who are some of the people that you shared the stage with, and what did this experience mean for you all as a band?
We shared the stage with My Brother's Keeper. We also shared the stage with Luna and the Mountain Jets, and also Ted Yoder, who's an amazing dulcimer player. And it was awesome because I grew up listening to KET, as I know a lot of other people who grew up in Kentucky did. So to be on there is really a dream come true. It doesn't seem real.
That's great, and as a tradition, something that happens every year. What sort of holiday traditions do you all remember from growing up? Anything that's special?
My family would always get together and hang out, and get a little tipsy maybe, and sit around and play music. Maybe play music all night. So my brothers play, and that's just a really fond memory looking back. I mean, it's still happening now. Any holiday we really can get together, and just play music. So.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Well, speaking of playing music, what do you have for us next?
This will be the third one, which was
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Wonderful. Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, can you say that again one more time?
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Wonderful. I can't wait to hear it.
Let's give it up for Mama Said String Band.
Rocking around
We're back with the Mama Said String Band on Overtones here on Lexington Community Radio. How would you all describe the role that music plays for yourself and for others during the holiday season?
They're looking at David. If you could come up.
Hold on a second. Let me get these guys.
It's okay.
I just don't want to answer all of them, but I will. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's a long one.
Be a lot cooler if you
What's
did.
the role? What's the role music plays for you during the Christmas season?
Well, I can't speak for the rest of my band, but I personally love Christmas and I love Christmas music. There's a reason that all those melodies stay in your head. It's just nostalgic, you know, from being little and believing in Santa Claus and seeing lights and there being snow everywhere. So whenever you hear those tunes, it kind of takes you back to like a safe, happy place.
Wonderful. Well, you've already mentioned the upcoming CD release that you're planning for this year. What are some of your other plans or New Year's resolutions as a band in the year 2019?
That's classified.
What David means.
That's his one answer.
Don't want to reveal the evil master band agenda?
No, we've got a spring tour. We're going some places. We can't necessarily tell you what, but you should look for an announcement in regards to our spring tour in the last week of January.
Mama Said String Band Conspiracy and Music Theory.
Yes.
I like it. That's your next book,
That's
by
great.
the way.
You should have your own special Facebook page just for the conspiracy.
And Dr. Holm-Hudson, can I ask you to speak to the talent of this group? You've been over here listening to them, and you've heard them before, perhaps.
Well, I've really enjoyed just all the different facets of the music that you do. Not only the incredible sort of spin that you do on some holiday classics, but the first song that you all did was just really intricate and a fantastic original. So I was just very much in awe of
We'll
what
have
I
to
heard.
take some of their songs and take them to your music theory class, and then we'll look for all these patterns and stuff
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you do.
And you'll explain them to us, and we'll never be able to play them again.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it.
if I would love to see what kind of insights your students would provide into that song.
Me too.
Oh, the challenge is on.
Yeah,
Patterns in there.
that would be very interesting, actually.
We'll ponder it over the holiday season. How
That's
about
right.
that?
That's right. So what do you have to share with us at Overtones on this Christmas Eve before we send you off to be with your family and friends during the holiday season?
The last song we're going to do is called Santa Baby.
Awesome. Let's give it up one more time for the Mama Said String Band.
Slip a sable under the tree for me.
this seems like a great place to end this edition of Overtones episode number 41, appropriately titled Merry and Bright. And I would like to thank all of our guests, the McLean Family Band, Wallen and Phelps, Kevin Dalton and Alyssa Richardson, and Mama Said String Band, and to all of you in our audience for making a choice to listen locally today. To close out the show, we're going to hear from Louisville, Kentucky's Mama Said String Band, and followed by Pikeville, Kentucky's Back in the Starlight Review singing their original Kentucky, as they carry us out of the show today and help us usher in now a brand new year on Overtones. From all of us at Lexington Community Radio, we wish you season greetings and a happy new year. Until next year, this is Renee Collins,
Whitney Acke,
and Kevin Holm-Hudson,
working in concert each and every week to bring you the best this great state of Kentucky has to offer music fans.
reminding you that where words fail, music always speaks.
Have a great week filled with music, family, friends, and a lot of love.
Listen locally.
Goodbye, everyone.
No presents, no candy, no treat, no stockings hung by the fire, no parties and no families to greet, no angels, heavenly choirs. Bells are ringing all over the world, bells are ringing, calling the light. Bells are ringing all over the world, all over the world tonight. No doorways, no windows, no wall, no shelter here on the ground, no standing and no safe place to fall, just a promise of this distant sound. Bells are ringing all over the world, bells are ringing, calling the light. Bells are ringing all over the world, all over the world tonight. Wherever you're walking tonight, whoever you're waiting for, somehow by the stable's faint light, peace in your heart is restored. Bells are ringing all over the world, bells are ringing, calling the light. Bells are ringing all over the world, all over the world tonight. Bells are ringing all over the world, bells are ringing, calling be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in a place just right, it will be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we will not be ashamed. To turn and to turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning we come round right. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be fair, 'tis a gift to wake and breathe the morning air, and every day to walk in the path we choose. 'Tis a gift we pray we may ne'er come to lose. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we will not be ashamed. To turn and to turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning we come round right. To be loving, 'tis the best gift of all, like the quiet rain that whispers when it falls. And when we have this gift, we may surely believe that it's better to give than it is to receive. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we will not be ashamed. To turn and to turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning we come round right. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we will not be ashamed. To turn and to turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning we come round right.
Starlit lullaby, close your eyes. I know you'll be a star, but tonight you're my baby. Rest your head and I'll be your bed. I'll kiss your cheek and smooth your hair. When you wake up, I'll be there. Starlit lullaby, close your eyes. I know you'll be a star, but tonight you're my baby. May sleep bring you dreams fit for a king. Tender blessings from above, silent peace, my love. Starlit lullaby, close your eyes. I know you'll be a star, but tonight you're my baby. Starlit lullaby, close your eyes. I know you'll be a star, but tonight you're my baby. Have you heard the news? You better put on your walking shoes. They say the baby Jesus is born tonight. Come go along with me, we'll see what we can see. They say the child's a lovely sight. Come on and follow, follow, follow the light that shines from the brightest star above. Every step is lighter as the star shines brighter to guide our way to get there if his mama doesn't care. I like to hold that little baby on my knee, and just so he won't cry, I'll sing a lullaby. And when he hears my song, he'll smile for me. Come on and follow, follow, follow the light that shines from the brightest star above. Every step is lighter as the star shines brighter to guide our way to perfect love. To guide our way to perfect love.
Tis a gift to be simple, tis a gift to be free, tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in a place just right, it will be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we will not be ashamed. To turn and to turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning we come round right. Tis a gift to be simple, tis a gift to be fair, tis a gift to wake and breathe the morning air, and every day to walk in the path we choose. Tis a gift we pray we may ne'er come to lose. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we will not be ashamed. To turn and to turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning we come round right. Tis a gift to be loving, tis the best gift of all, like the quiet rain that whispers when it falls. And when we have this gift, we may surely believe that it's better to give than it is to receive. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we will not be ashamed. To turn and to turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning we come round right. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we will not be ashamed. To turn and to turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning we come round right.
Hail, hail to the newborn King, let our voices sing him our praises. Hail, hail to the guiding light that brought us tonight to our Savior. Hallelujah, 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 Come now, where it shines so bright through the knowing light of the stable. Kneel close to the child so dear, cast away your fear and be thankful. Hallelujah, 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 ground. Well, I'll rest easy in that old mountain town. Well, just as far as I can see, all the way down 23. Well, I swear this place was made just for me. And when I get back home from the long road I've been on, well, I know you'll be right here for me. Well, Kentucky, you will always be my home. I come back to you no matter where I roam. When they lay my body down in that East Kentucky ground, well, I'll rest easy in that old mountain town. When that sun rises over the valley, I swear it speaks right to my soul. And there ain't nowhere else I'd rather go. There ain't nowhere like this town, no matter where I settle down. Well, my roots bring me right back home where I belong. Yeah, oh, Kentucky, you will always be my home. I come back to you no matter where I roam. And when they lay my body down in that East Kentucky ground, well, I'll rest